Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I am Daryl Smith Jr., and across the computer screen from me is...
Hi, I'm Rody John, and to my left is...
Amy!
We sit down with Joshua Moore from Inclusion Coffee about opening a business during COVID and how community and coffee go hand in hand.
We also have a new Arlington Rocks segment with Arlington's own Larry Ladale.
We also talk with recent UTA graduate, Phatz, about turkey legs and hustling for your business.
It looks and sounds delicious.
It is.
Those turkey legs are amazing. This time I got it stuffed with mac and cheese.
Oh my goodness.
4 cheese mac and cheese. And it's very good. He also has a Cajun pasta, which is, just amazing as well.
Yeah, last time we had it stuffed with the rice, red beans and rice. It was so good.
Yes, so he'll tell you what his social media is, and you will want those turkey legs, I promise.
Yeah, check that out.
Absolutely. Or follow Rody and look at some of his photos. They're delicious looking.
Yes.
What have you guys been doing?
I have been doing nothing. I've been working a lot. I did hang some drywall in my garage, as you do.
Or, we're going to do our studio in there?
I no, probably not. There's a giant TV in there now, but and a rocking chair that is tilted. It's no longer
so it's just
flat on the floor.
Okay.
It's like where the rejects of my house go to live. We just put them to use out in the garage.
I think that's what most people use their garage for.
To work out.
That's fair. Rody does his for productive stuff.
Well, I did not have enough mac and cheese because I went to Fork in the Road and had me some crackaroni this week.
Crackaroni.
Yes.
Absolutely. Which I did not realize you could also get a fried egg on top.
Oh, no.
You could probably do anything there. That's such a small and great, intimate restaurant that you could be like, hey, man, can you put, 14 jalapenos on top of that? And they'd be like, sure. I don't know. Let's put that strategy let's put that to the test one day.
Yeah, we might.
Yeah. What are their hours? Do you know?
I don't off the top of my head, but actually they close at 7. I know that, and because you have to pick it up by then. And I want to say they open around 1. I could be wrong, but they are definitely closed Sunday and Monday.
Right. That's why I mentioned it, because I know sometimes I've wanted it, and they've been closed because they're just a family,
right?
Mom and kid that run it. But it is fantastic food. I mean, just incredible.
Even the burger is awesome.
Yeah.
Just something as simple as a burger. They do so many different kinds, and then you can make your own, obviously, and everything's so good there.
It really is, and it's a small town business, small business that you can help out.
Yeah,
it's one of those small town businesses that has such a loyal following. Because I don't know anyone that's ever eaten there that's oh, I don't like that place.
Right.
No, never.
And
I'm notoriously picky, and I love that place. So.
Yep.
Then they had that small situation where they were doing breakfast only, and then they went back to where they're doing lunch and dinner. So we look forward to having them on the show because I want to see if they can have any of those breakfast menu items on their regular menu.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or just request them.
Yeah.
Good idea. I again had hurtado. It was surprise hurtado brought to my office. We did not have forks, and that did not matter. We just ate it anyway. Yeah. Eric, who is a friend of ours, a filmmaker with Film for Eyes, who produced our Arlington Cares video, if you guys saw that, just used a tortilla as his utensils.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just putting brisket in my mouth with my hand because it's that good. And I mean, I'm not just I'll just wash my hands and wash my hands again. It's fine. So that was great. Hurtado is always a great option. Although I've been told if you want brisket, get it now.
Yes, prices are going up.
And they're not sure if they'll be having that many, but they are doing some new tacos and stuff like that. So that'll be fun. I'm excited to see what they come up with because they're one of the few food places in town where I'm yeah, man, I'm here for it. What do you got? Tell me what you got. Let's see it.
I also swung by Legal Draft again this week because it seems like every weekend they've got a new variance on their beers. So I got their Not Bad Hombre, which was their Mexican lager with some peppers in it.
Oh, how was that?
Very good. I got a couple here you can try.
Oh, I want to try one.
Did you get that in a growler?
No, they had it in 6-packs.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah, they have their six packs that you can pick up, but not everything that they have. It's a limited feature, but it seems to be different every week, and so it's worth it to stop by.
Yeah, their other variants this week was a watermelon Hefeweizen. Sold out when I got there.
Are these like in the cans like they can at the brewery, or are they like at cans that like? Okay, so these are like more like
no label.
Gotcha. Okay, that's what I was like. That's what I was.
But they're still regular can size, but they're not like the big crowlers. They're regular size.
But they don't have like the artwork labels and all that on. Okay, cool. I was like, dang, dude, these guys are like they got it down. Like they're just like out there like cranking them out. But that's kind of like touches on something that I think you may see more of, especially in a local sense, where these people have the like Legal Draft or Division, for instance, have the ability to change things, or Hurtado, or any restaurant really. They have the ability to kind of change on the fly with what's like maybe they've got new avenues of how to get their product to people now that they may not have pre all of this. And I think that's going to stick around. I think you'll see Legal Draft do way more of that stuff.
That's something that these small businesses can do is pivot to community needs, like on a very local and very specific level that chain restaurants just cannot do.
Right.
And that's one of the benefits of supporting these businesses and keeping them around, is that they will tailor their business to the needs of their community, where someone like Chili's or Applebee's just isn't going to do that. And they don't have the capability to.
Right. I know Division has been doing a lot more canning. Like you said, Tipsy Oak has been pivoting like crazy. They did groceries for a little while, and they've been altering their menu just to accommodate everybody. So it's amazing to see what these businesses have been doing.
Right.
And I think it'll be fun to watch what sticks around and what doesn't. I hope the variety and the stuff that makes you fall in love with the local community sticks around, and they really I just like to see it. I hope it sticks around. I hope people are here for it.
Yeah, I think
they will.
Appearances stick around, and I also hope the delivery for some of these people will stick around too.
Absolutely.
I'm here with Joshua Moore, the owner and proprietor of Inclusion Coffee. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
So, as legend goes, you were a UTA student, and you didn't like exactly the coffee choices that were around here, and so you kind of later opened your own coffee place.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how it goes, or how did this whole start?
Well, truth be told, back when I went to UTA, I wasn't even much of a coffee drinker.
Okay.
But I was definitely someone who loved to find a cool spot to study and hang out. And back in those days, the only place was really the library.
Right.
And there wasn't really much offerings in the library, or it would close, because I don't know if anyone else is like me, but I was one of those study all night before the test kind of guys. And the library was open, but there wasn't really much you could buy or drink to keep you awake. So I would drink coffee then as a necessity. Now I drink it as a necessity and because I love it and enjoy it. Anyway, so I've been in the coffee scene for years in the whole entire DFW area, and every single place I ever ran or visited, I would hear somebody say, "You guys need to open a place in Arlington." And whenever I was looking to open a place, a friend told me about this location, and I was like, man, this would be perfect. I researched Arlington and just the demographics of the city and how diverse it is, and in this area, and obviously being next to my old digs to the college, I was like, man, I can't pass this up. So we found a way to make it happen.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, there's Urban Alchemy, there's Drip in South Arlington, but like for the most part, like you're sparse to find anything that's not Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or
there's not a whole lot here. I mean, Starbucks is everywhere, but as far as independent shops, there's not a lot. I mean, when you consider that, I didn't know this until I researched the city, but Arlington has a higher population density than both Fort Worth or Dallas, at least according to Google.
Right.
And so when I realized how many independent coffee shops there were in Arlington compared to Fort Worth or Dallas, there's just not much.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I've had, so Lexi Pence, Hunter Pence's wife, I don't know if you know them. Hunter Pence played for the Rangers. He went to UT.
Yeah, I'd say that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he plays with he will play with the Giants again whenever they start playing again. But they're big coffee people, and they mentioned that there's not really any coffee places here in Arlington. They would go to Dallas on a regular basis, but not out here in Arlington.
Yeah.
So once they come back, I'll definitely tell them about this place. So,
can't wait.
Yeah. So you started renovating this 4,000 square foot place right around before COVID started, and then obviously the whole pandemic kind of hit. How did opening kind of change and alter with this whole pandemic?
I definitely sort of took, as we were leading up to opening and the COVID thing was unfolding, I definitely kind of slowed down our open date and the last few things to kind of like see how it played out. And like we had a big event, an interview event, because we had lots and lots of people interested in working here. And we had planned it. There was probably going to be like 60, 70 people that had said they were coming to the event. And I had to email them all back, and it took me actually quite a while to email them all, saying, hey, I'm so sorry, we need to cancel the event because everything going on with COVID. And literally, at that time, it was day-by-day development.
Yep. Well, it still kind of is, honestly.
It still really is. And I really hated to do it because I was really looking forward to interviewing in a unique way that most people hadn't seen.
Right.
And they were all looking forward to it too, because we had kind of like given a little bit of hints of what we planned to do. And so we delayed that. I told the people that I had already hired that just kind of play it by ear.
Right.
And finally, we were able to open. And I honestly, when we opened, I thought it was going to be super slow because of everything. And after about 2 hours, our first 2 hours of being open, I realized I'm going to run out of coffee. The coffee I had here, it was meant to last for the whole weekend, lasted us about 3 hours. Wow. And thankfully, because I've been in the industry so long and have been a roaster for another company called Bongiorno, I called them up and was like, hey, I need coffee. And they brought me coffee later that day. And just in time, literally, we ran out of what we had maybe 10 minutes after they gave us a new delivery.
Wow, so that's incredible.
And that's one thing that we like to do is work with. We roast our own. We work with other roasters as well.
Okay.
So we do a mix of everything.
There's a local one called Two Cats. I don't know if you guys have heard of them yet.
I haven't.
Okay. Check them out. They, I believe they live just across from the ballpark. Okay. So they're in North Arlington also. So
are they like a coffee shop or just a roaster?
Just roasters, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But they'll also deliver it. So,
I'll check them out.
Yeah, they do. So Inclusion has a secret menu. Could you tell us what people can look for on that secret menu when they do show up?
Yeah, so that secret menu is somewhat planned for the future.
Oh, okay.
And I've challenged both of our head baristas right now to come up with their own signature drinks that can only be ordered and made by them. And one thing that's important to me is that every single person here eventually gets an opportunity to in some way take ownership of what they're doing. So like the bakers, they create some of their own recipes. And then so like right now, Patrick, he's created this really, really interesting drink that's got, it's kind of it's not a coffee drink. I would classify it more as like a mocktail, kind of like a cocktail, but without alcohol. And it's got cucumber, it's got pineapple, it's got a hint of jalapeno, and I don't even know all the things he's put in it yet, but all I know is I really like it. It tastes good. And he was like, he's very, very perfectionist, and so he's like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to call this my own. But then we let a few customers try it. Everyone loved it, and we quickly sold out of it. Yeah. And he's like, okay, I guess the customers have decided that I have to make this one of my drinks. So anyway, he hasn't even, he was thinking about calling it the Sanchos, or I think he's landed on the Texas two-step. Okay. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Patrick, but he'll tell you what it's named whenever he's ready to officially release it. But yeah, that's one of the ones that you can only order if you're here, and when Patrick is here. Obviously. And Aaron, who's behind the bar right now, he's working on his as well.
Okay. Yeah, he's the one I've seen behind the bar on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I look forward to his drink as well. So your hours are a bit limited during the pandemic, but you have mentioned that you do want to stay open all night for the during finals weeks and so forth.
Yes.
How important, I mean, you've mentioned it earlier, how important do you feel it is to have that place for the students to go? It's obviously not just the library, like you mentioned.
Right. Well, one thing that students need if they're going to be up all night, is access to a lot of caffeine.
Right.
And also a nice vibe that is conducive to studying, and we plan to do that. Also, if you're going to be up all night before a test, you need to be close by.
Oh, of course.
To where you're going to take that test. I myself remember on more than one occasion waking up at 7:30 on a couch in the library, laptop in my lap, and then realizing, oh shoot, my test starts in 30 minutes. Anyway, and then dragging myself over there. But anyway, so we just want to give students an opportunity to do what they need to do to study. I've even thought about like different things we can do to help them stay focused and stuff like that. But I just know that whenever you can do something as a group and as a community, you're just more successful at it. And even if you're here studying alone, being around lots of other people studying and doing the same thing just sort of lends to the right atmosphere that you need to succeed. And obviously, I want people to, do what's best for them and their grades. And maybe that studying all night for a test isn't the best thing.
Right.
But I also know the realistic fact of the matter is that people are going to do that.
Yeah,
so,
without a doubt.
Yeah, so we want to offer a place for them to do that. And it's a lot easier to stay awake doing what you need to do with caffeine, a nice place to sit.
Right.
If you're in your bedroom, you're going to fall asleep.
You're definitely going to fall asleep.
Yeah. So anyway, and I've seen people fall asleep on the couches here, and I just let them go. So anyway, it's something that I really look forward to doing, and it's one of the things I've talked to some of the baristas, okay, kind of making a mix of hiring people that do go to school and people that don't go to school and making sure they're on board with doing that. We definitely wouldn't be able to sustain that every day, but if it's just for a couple weeks out of the year, we can do that.
Totally okay. Yeah. So we have a segment on the show called Terminator Toppings. We're trying to find the best pizza in Arlington. Okay. What is your favorite pizza place in Arlington?
Oh man, definitely Old School Pizza. Right down the street. Yeah, I've actually one of Patrick, who I was telling you about. He's like a regular over there.
Okay.
And if you talk to the owner over there, he'll tell you some funny stories about Patrick.
Oh really?
But anyway, he actually works with them. I think he helps them with their social media.
Oh,
but
nice.
he showed us that place, and we go there. See, often we're getting a pizza from there to bring here for everyone to eat lunch. And my favorite pizza they have a really good Alfredo chicken pizza that me and my wife love. And she's not a huge pepperoni person. I go for some pepperoni pizza. But anyway, that one I really like. And I just like the vibe they got going on there. In fact, their location I remember whenever I went to school here, that I'm pretty sure it was that building. It was the closest thing you could find to a hangout spot.
Right.
I don't think it was really a coffee shop. It was more I feel like, I could be wrong. My memory could be wrong, but I feel like it was just a little sandwich shop that had, a limited coffee selection or something.
I think you're thinking of another house.
Another house?
Yes.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about, but I do believe that's another house.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Old School's been that pizza place for quite a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because whenever I went here, man, it was, how old am I now? I'm 30. Yeah, it was over 10 years ago when I went here.
I could be wrong also, but I want to. Hopefully, someone will be like, "Oh no, there was this place."
I mean, this is the great way to find out. But
if you ever think you're right or wrong about something, go to the internet. They'll tell you immediately.
I love the owners. They come in regularly, and we go there a lot. They've been really, really good, and I just love their pizza too.
Yeah. It's one of the most popular answers we get on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and Mama's Pizza off Fielder.
I've got to try them. I haven't tried them yet.
They're good. Their crust is really good too. So I would check them out. So you talked about having this place also be a speakeasy and then have some tacos and other things that will probably keep going the longer you're open.
Right.
What can people look forward to when it comes to stuff like that?
So I would say the closest, so we have a whole area that I haven't built out yet, right? I mean, you can't see it in the podcast, but it's immediately, if you're facing the bar, immediately to the left of the bar, right in front of our kitchen door. We're going to build that out, and that's where our taco concept is going to be. And I don't want to talk too much about the details. We do have a very extensive plan for it. But right now, we have modified some of our cooking preps to work within what we have, so where we basically make everything in the oven.
Right.
So we can do breakfast tacos that way. Oven broiled eggs or a sous vide. We have some sous vide recipes that we use for different ingredients because we don't have a vent hood, so we have to do things without using a fryer or without using a cooktop.
Okay.
And basically fumeless cooking methods.
Right.
And we've come out with some pretty interesting recipes, like we have a chicken and waffle taco that we're going to put out tomorrow. It's got a fairly sweet recipe for a waffle, and we roll it flat.
Okay.
And that makes our tortilla, a waffle tortilla. And then we take spicy fried chicken. We add some cayenne in there. It's a little bit spicy, but not so much that you're going to be like, oh man, I can't taste the food. It's just like going to have like a little bit of heat to it.
Okay.
And then we use real maple syrup, mix it with butter, and we make a maple butter glaze over all that. And it's just this little bit spicy, but very sweet and rich, and it's delicious. Last week we had a bacon poblano breakfast taco.
Oh, wow.
Those poblanos, they give you everything you want out of a jalapeno, but without the kick.
Right.
So, and we have some others that we've done in the past. We have a sriracha tater tot taco. And when we open the full taco concept, we'll expand beyond just our breakfast tacos. But right now we do breakfast tacos on the weekends, and we'll just keep expanding that as we are able. Right now we've contracted everything we've done to a smaller concept because of COVID. We're sort of hiring people very carefully, and
we got to test market out, really.
Right. And as things expand and as we wait for certain, like for instance, our AC broke on our first day.
Oh, lovely.
And we've been waiting 3 weeks to get that fixed. And so, like, when that's fixed, then we can ramp up that oven a little bit more often. Anyway, so we're just like waiting on certain aspects. As you can see, like we got fans everywhere, and it hasn't stopped people from coming in. And thankfully, it's been fairly cool.
Right.
But that should be fixed anytime in the next couple days, according to our technician. But anyway, and so the COVID and everything has just given us a reason to sort of slowly expand our menus and stuff like that.
That makes sense. So what can you tell us about the speakeasies and the pop-up events you guys hopefully look forward to in the future?
It took us almost a year of construction. I would say about 7 months of actual construction because we built a 2,000 square foot upstairs.
Right.
Like a mezzanine loft level. And up there we had thought about putting a speakeasy up there, but if we don't do that, we want to look into opening a Arlington farmers market on the weekends that we host up there. And we also have lots and lots of events planned, everything from board game nights to, there's a healthy, vibrant Dungeons and Dragons community in this area, and so we thought about hosting that. And several of our employees play. I've even played, and it's a blast. Book clubs, poetry nights, live music. Everybody knows Leon Bridges got to start doing live music right here in Fort Worth. There's a coffee shop I used to manage called Buongiorno. He used to do open mic night there. I remember.
Right.
Whenever he got big, I didn't even know he was big, and I heard him on the radio, not knowing it was the same guy that used to do open mic. And I looked him up on Spotify and started listening, loved the music, and then someone told me, he's like, oh yeah, that's the guy that used to do open mic. And I was like, really? This is the same guy? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. But anyway, his name used to be something else back then, but I don't think he likes people to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
And anyway, so we want to provide a space for people to get exposure.
Right.
And open mics, poetry. I've even talked to UTA Art Department about getting students to do a new mural every few months.
That would be amazing.
And the jazz department at UTA is going to come out here and do jazz music, live jazz music every so often. We just want to be a community space. And I've said this before, I'm very open to the community kind of making this place whatever it needs to be.
Right.
And they're going to influence a lot what that ends up being.
Sure.
So, and we just want to create a space to host it all and a place where people can make connections. I would say that's more important to me than even the coffee is the community being built around it. Right. And obviously, I love great coffee, but I love even more good community.
Well, that leads me into my last question is, what you do bring up community a lot, and everything I've read about you, you do want to help build the community, which is amazing. And I think we need more people to help build this community because we're all living here, and we all got to be here together.
Right.
So why not help each other?
Yeah.
What do you think brings coffee and community together so well?
Well, it's crazy because coffee is one of few things that almost every culture out there has some sort of culture around coffee.
Right, exactly.
A special way they do it. It's a meeting. Drink coffee while you have a meeting, while you talk about things. If you have a friend that you need to confront about something, you do it over coffee.
Yeah.
If you have a person you're interested romantically, you meet them over coffee. I mean, everything. So many people that I know have met at coffee shops and ended up getting married.
Right.
It's just every event of life just about has coffee. And so it's just a place and a great thing to enjoy getting to know people, understanding people. Everyone feels better while they're drinking coffee, and what better way to get to know someone and build relationships over that. And so anyway, not just the coffee, but the atmosphere. I've worked really hard to try to create an atmosphere that I wanted it to feel warm and cozy, but also not like it's going to put you to sleep.
Right.
So we've tried to make it warm and cozy while also having lots of natural light and just a lot of bright color schemes and whites and just sort of energize you and with lots of plants and things like that. So we wanted warm and cozy, but also life-giving and energizing at the same time.
That's what coffee is, really.
Yeah, and I just wanted people when they come and when they leave to feel refreshed. And so we definitely want to put a lot more plants once the budget allows. We're very the budget's very tight right now because of all delays and everything. But we're gonna, as the budget allows, we're gonna slowly expand. Lots and lots of things we want to do to keep improving, probably for the next 10 plus years, at least. And I have all my baristas and myself, we all love to be creative, so we're always coming up with new ways of doing things and new drinks and for people to try. And with our pies, we had to be like, okay, we can't launch all the pies at the same time. And so we have at least, I would say, at least 5 more pies that we've already got down the pipeline that we're like, we can't wait to do and introduce. That we're just sort of like, we got to wait a month or two, and then we'll launch those. And then in the fall, we have more that we want to do. Because the pies have been really popular. Yeah. We've sold almost as many pies as lattes.
Wow.
Here. And they're all made fresh here. So anyway.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So if people want to check you guys out on social media and see what they can order, where can they do that at?
They can go to inclusioncoffee.com, or they can find us on Facebook at Inclusion Coffee or Instagram at Inclusion Coffee.
There we go.
It's pretty simple. And online, there's a order now button that will take them to an online menu that they can literally order, pay. It'll send us a message to start making their drink, and then they can come and probably within 5-10 minutes it'll be ready. They can also pull up on the curb and we can bring away from and pay out there. So really, we've kind of put every single method out there that people might want to use. Yeah. Except for we don't have delivery set up yet, but we just got Grubhub in here, and so we'll have that set up soon.
There we go, even better. So at the intersection of Center and Abram, come out and check out Inclusion Coffee. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
So, welcome again to another episode of Arlington Rocks. This week, I want to take some time to give you some songs from an awesome Arlington artist who we're really good friends with. He's been on the show before. Had him on the fundraiser. Larry Ladale. He's been part of the Arlington Musician Lottery that I helped put together. His band was incredible. Headlined the whole thing. They were so good. And just his vocal range, his guitar playing, just everything about Larry is great musically, and also he's a really funny guy. He's very personable. He's just a really great dude all around. We love Larry. I hope you dig the songs. We got 2 of them actually for you. One called "Sing Your Song," another called "Let's Talk," and some live looping in this that he did while he recorded it. It was, I believe, part of something he called the Couch Sessions. So really cool. Check him out at LarryLadale.com. You can check him out on Facebook, Larry Ladale Music, Instagram, Larry Ladale, Twitter, Larry Ladale, and YouTube, also Larry Ladale. So, check him out in those places. If we start doing some shows pretty soon and you see him playing anywhere, definitely make plans to be there, because just really great musician, really great dude, and I really hope that everyone enjoys this.
Let's get a little fancy. Yeah. I say, do what it do, say you say, let's talk about love. He do it. Do what it do, say yeah, let's talk about love. People gonna ride, people will kill. Is it gonna stop? I doubt it ever will. So scared to live, too scared to die. Life's too short to live on the ground. Do what it do, say yeah, let's talk about. Do what it do, say yeah, we talk about love. Do what it do, say yeah. Do what it do, say yeah, talk about love. Eyes so deep, hands so cold. I really wanna leave. I'm back for more. Is it gonna be me when I get home? Shotgun pull, I'm headed for the door. Do what it do, say yeah. 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 You can do it, you try. Don't let life come and pass you by. Ease your mind, get on down. Don't hold on to the past, yeah, yeah. Since I had a baby, still in class, up all night. She really needs the pass. Tell her dropped out, got her degree. There's no telling what she'll be. Do what it do, say yeah. Let's talk about. Do what it do, say yeah. Do what it do, say yeah. Do what it do, say yeah. You can do it if you try. Don't let life come and pass you by. love.
We are here with Phatz. How are you today, sir?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing well. So you're selling and delivering turkey legs, sides, and daiquiris.
Yes,
you're
sir.
Also a photographer, videographer,
Yes, sir.
YouTuber, and promoter.
Yeah.
Where do you find the drive for the hustle the way you do?
Well, that's funny because I actually talk about this pretty often. My drive comes from my childhood.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in a 2-parent household, but we still were upper, lower class, basically.
Right.
And we had all of the necessities, lights, water, gas, but I was never able to basically get the wants, the new shoes, the new games, the new systems, the, TV, and that kind of stuff. So I grew up always knowing that I wanted better, and not to look at my parents in a judgmental way, but just to be I just want to do my life a little different and be able to provide the necessities and some of the wants for my kids and myself later on in the future. So,
that's good though. So you just graduated from UTA, or as we're recording this, you will this weekend.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So what is your degree in, and how do you feel to graduate during this kind of pandemic situation?
My major is communications, but my specialty under that is radio, TV broadcast, and with the minor African American studies. And I feel like the only thing that really is impacted by this is the commencement ceremony. I won't get to walk, which me personally, I think the ceremony is more for the family, because
I think so
when you're a college student, you just ready to get your degree and get on to the real world.
Plus, I saw that it was I think maybe 20-something thousand were going to graduate. I was like, no, that's way too many.
It was
maybe not 20, it's probably 2,000.
It was
20
is way too many. It was definitely a lot of students who grad, because mine falls under liberal arts, so it's everyone who falls under the liberal arts, school at UTA was going to graduate at the same time. That's really the only big impact that I've seen from this pandemic and everything. Everything else pretty much the same. Still had finals, still had final papers, had a lot of and even though we're supposed to be quarantined, I kind of bend the rules a little bit, so I still hang with friends, and I still, out selling turkey legs. So, I'm out and about. I wear my mask and, gloves whenever I need to, but I'm definitely out and about almost every day.
I feel the same. I'm with my job. I sell wine, so on a regular basis, I'm out every day.
Definitely.
Sales are not bad for us right now. So,
definitely, because I was just about to say I bought 4 bottles yesterday.
So, speaking of UTA, you had a show on UTA Radio.
Yeah.
Was it Phatz Radio?
Yeah, it was Phatz Corner.
Okay, Phatz Corner. I'm sorry. So, what was some of y'all's topics that you guys talked about? And then also, do you see yourself doing a podcast?
So, our topics, we basically discuss everything from school to religion to relationships, sex, drugs, money, music. We touched it all. Politics, one thing that I kind of modeled my show after, I'm a big fan of The Breakfast Club. I kind of modeled my show after The Breakfast Club and, Big Boy and, those type of shows where they, depending on the day of the week you listen or what time of the year, they'll be talking about any topic or what's popular or what's going on with the world. So we discuss all different types of topics. And I actually started a podcast with my friend, and me and him, we just both of our schedules are very busy. I do all that I do, and he was working an internship while trying to hold down a job, and still do everything that he wanted to do headed towards. And we both were graduating seniors, so I think we shot 2 or 3 episodes, and it just kind of fizzled out over time. But when I move in, I move into my own apartment in August, I'm gonna pick that back up and just get into my own space.
Yeah, I mean, your house is basically going to be your studio at that point.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can do anything.
Definitely.
So you do have a YouTube show. It's also called Phatz Corner. What do you get into on the what do you get into on the show that you feel like you probably couldn't do on the radio?
So, one thing is profanity. On UTA Radio, I have to use a certain level of discretion with what I talked about with certain topics. And on my YouTube page, I really can talk about anything. I can say anything. But I just recently changed my content on my YouTube, because it used to be daily lifestyle vlogs. I would take my camera with me to go to school events and when I was just out and about with my friends and doing stuff like that. But during this pandemic, I had to step up my hustle. So I basically changed it into a entrepreneurship YouTube page where
Very nice.
the past 3 videos that I've released have been about like starting my business, just answering actually a couple of the questions you've asked about, like, you know, what drives me to go as hard. And I actually, the last video I just released, which was actually like, I think last week, was I released a video showing the process of how I like prep my turkey legs to be delivered, and how I get
I'm sure a lot of people want to see
stuff.
that too.
Well, actually, I haven't done any like, I've been so busy to the point where after I release a YouTube video, I normally do promotion on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, but I literally haven't did any promotion for my video, and I haven't checked it since I uploaded it, because I've been just so busy with, you know, graduation here now, so I've been trying to, you know, hustle up on getting money so I could, you know, throw these little grad parties and these little small gatherings. Like, it can't be anything big like how I was in high school, but just I've been trying to just make sure I'm financially secure, so I have been putting a lot of more energy into my businesses rather than hobbies. But this summer is going to be when I, you know, even that on out and start putting more into the hobbies. And I've developed a few mentors throughout the past couple of weeks, just talking to people on social media who are going to help me learn more skills with video and learn more skills with photography, because I watch YouTube videos, but that can only go so far.
Exactly.
Like, I need somebody to be with me hands on. Okay, this is how you do this. This is how you hold the camera to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna get back into it.
That's good though. It's probably also a little bit of relief to not have to like check like how many likes do I got, how many followers do I got.
Definitely.
That can be too. It's pretty draining, honestly, because you're constantly worried about all that.
Yeah.
So, as you said, you're very active, but you're very active on Twitter. It's saying people don't really put in the work, and they want more of the reward.
Yeah.
What do you think why do you think that is nowadays? Because I mean, there's always going to be those people throughout, you know, time or whatever, that want to just get all the rewards, but not have to put any work in.
I feel like a lot of people in my generation are entitled.
Okay.
They feel like something is owed to them. And I feel like that comes, well, many things, but I'm going to pick out 2 things. One, I feel like we were the generation where our parents were kind of having us a little early.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of kids grew up with parents as friends rather than, you know, as their actual parent.
They're growing up together.
Growing up together. And, you know, they're picking up on, you know, certain things that their parents were still developing at the age that they had them, and they picked up on those qualities growing up. So now that they're older and, you know, they feel like, oh, well, you know, I shouldn't have to work as hard to get what I want because it should just come to me. So, and I feel like a lot of people see other thing. The second thing is, I feel like a lot of people look at social media and see what other people's lives, what happens in other people's lives, and they just assume that, you know, they're living, you know, this fancy life, have all this money and living just this fantastic life, where most times it's really not the case. So they feel like, well, since they're doing it, I should be able to do it too, and I shouldn't have to work as hard because they don't look like they're working hard. And some people who are living that life are putting in, just like a lot of people may think that like I'm like making bank right now, and I make good money, but it's like I have so like my mandatory bills and, you know, just investing in myself and, you know, return it, because every time I make a certain amount, I will put something into myself that'll help like grow my business or make things a little easier, like buying a new blender or buying, you know, bulk seasonings or like, you know, because a lot of people don't understand seasonings cost money when you stock up and get to the point where you're buying them on a regular, like when you get,
or unless you're making your own.
And I'm in the process of trying to like get the little sauce that I use in my turkey legs patent, because I have like a particular regimen that I do now. It's the same every time.
Right.
So I'm gonna just get that down to a science and get it down to a specific measurements and try to, you know, get like Phatz, you know, Phatz sauce, you know, on the shelves one day. So, you know, and I like to name things after myself, because I look at people like, you know, Jay-Z, P. Diddy, and all these people who are moguls who don't use what can be deemed as politically correct. And I know Phat is not a politically correct name.
Right.
So I just want to be that next, you know, out the box name who's just built $1 billion empire. So,
right. Well, plus PHAT with the Z on the end of it is even better, I think.
And that came from one of my professors when I was looking for a radio name. He's like, I mean, you already have a nickname, just throw a Z on the end of their Phatz. And I was like, okay, DJ Phatz. That's how we're going to go with that.
That's perfect. You need your own clothing line next. You got to start.
What's crazy, a lot of people were telling me, I just got my logo back, like, I think yesterday. Yeah, actually yesterday morning. And it was the first of a few, because a lot of people have been, it's crazy that I've been working so long, I haven't really been noticing that other people have been paying attention to me working. Right. So I've had a lot of people DM me and say, hey, bro, like, I admire your hustle. You've inspired me to do this and this and that. Like, graphic designers be like, hey, I want to make you a logo. Hey, I want to help you out with your business. Like the flyer, I posted on Twitter the other day with the actual flyer with the turkey leg in the background and all that. Somebody, like, sent me that. Like, they was like, hey, I noticed that, you know, you just been posting pictures and stuff like that. And, you know, you have all your information. Like, you have to type it in the tweet. So I made you a flyer just because I've been noticing how hard you've been working. So that has been happening to me a lot within the past 2 weeks. So I have one logo that just got made with my the overarching brand is Phat Enterprise. Okay. But underneath that is Phat Foods, Phat Flicks, Phat Vid, like, you know, just all the different entities that I, you know, dabble in. So I'm in the process of getting like other like sub logos made, but the Phat Enterprise is officially made. So,
I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice. So we have a segment on the show called the Tournament of Toppings. We're trying to find the best pizza in Arlington. What is your favorite pizza place in Arlington?
Oh, wow, it's so crazy. So I am really not the I'm really not a pizza fanatic. Really? Like, I eat pizza if it's available, but like, I'm never a person that would choose pizza. Growing up, I was real basic, like Pizza Hut. Like, but there's Old School. I think it's like called Old Schools. It's right by UTA. That's a pretty popular place that a lot of people go to. There's another one called Nisa Pizza. Yeah, that's right over off of Cooper and I forgot the
Park Road.
Yeah, Park Road.
That's Cooper, the original, and then the owner's son now owns the one on Lamar.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what's up. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's called Beck's Nisa Pizza over there. It's like right in the same strip as that Kroger.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. But yeah, those are two places that I hear about a lot at school and a lot of people talk about, but I'm not really a big pizza. I'm more of a wings type of person. I love, I'm a stereotypical, I love chicken. Yeah. So I will eat chicken wings and chicken every day of the week.
Yeah. Have you had that Flavors Wings and Daiquiris?
So I've been there before, but I didn't go there to eat. I went there for like a profit night that one of the food organizations had. I just went to support. Like I just like donated like a little bit of something, but I didn't order anything. I just went to support them. And,
they got good wings. I like their wings.
Yeah, I'm about to go check them out though, because I am a wing fanatic. Yeah. Like
I think that's our next thing we're going to start looking for is the best wings or just wing places in Arlington.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely. Yeah, you'll definitely find some great.
Well, okay, then if that's the case, then where should we go to get wings?
Typical Wingstop. Like I am.
See, I can't do Wingstop. I'm messing my stomach up. I don't know if it's the fries or what it is.
See, what's crazy? I love the fry. Like sometimes I just go just to get a large fry, extra seasoning, because I like the mix of like they put sugar in their mix of and it is so and I like soggy fries. So like I'm a big fan of soggy fries. So I love their thick cut, the sogginess, and the little sweet savory type of thing they got going on. I love it.
Okay,
I love it.
Maybe I'll give them another chance. I don't know. So where can people follow you, your adventures, order food from you, book you to do photography or video? Like, hold on.
She must know I love animals.
Oh, she loves everybody. So. But yeah, where can people follow you on social media? Where can they order your food, get you for photography?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at its_thatguyphat, and fat is spelled with a PH. Everything else is regular. My Facebook is my government name, Branlon Allen Stovall, BRANLON, Allen spelled regular, ALLEN, and Stovall is STOVALL. And I don't really use Snapchat as much as I used to, but my Snapchat is Phat is me, PHATISME. And literally any one of those social medias, you can hit me up, just say, hey, DM me, or shoot me a message on my TL, like, hey, Phat, you serving today? Because I make turkey legs almost every day. Here lately, I've been taking a lot of days off because I've been having to get a lot of stuff done with graduation and grad pics and editing, and I've been doing a lot of photography now because grad season is here, and I made a post about, hey, I'm doing last minute grad shoots, so hit me up, and I've been doing a lot of last minute grad shoots, so that's something. And I've finally got a regular videography gig where I go twice a week, and I get paid pretty good with that. So I've been busy doing more media stuff now rather than like having to make food, but I still do like make food almost every day. Yeah.
And the turkey legs are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Your daiquiris are great too.
Appreciate you. Yeah. I really appreciate it.
We still think about the dirty rice and on a regular basis. Thank you, sir, for coming.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
No problem.
Well, that was our show. Thank you so much to all of our guests, and shout out to Larry. He's always a good friend of ours. He's always a good sport. We have a special project we're using him for. This is outside of ACM.
Yes.
But he's always such a good sport. So
check out his
Larry.
social media, because that video that he posted about 2020.
Oh yeah,
yeah, so good. Yeah,
broke my heart.
Yes.
So good. Check that out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening.
And go rediscover your city.